What's up there, good people of the world? It is the Big Heavy, and apologize for the poor lighting and a little bit of a traffic background noise, but I like to try and give you videos where I'm actually using the thing or the product that I'm talking about. In this case, I'm very much doing a real life scenario. So wanted to talk to you about the work table feature of the Ford F-150. And this is one that I was really on the fence on. Every time you see an F-150 video, or if you go into the dealership, they're very excited to show you the work table thing, to show you the shifter flipping down when you hit the little magic button, and then the table flipping over. And at least theoretically, the way they present this is that it's kind of a feature for contractors, for tradespeople, people like that, where you're out on the road, you're essentially using your truck as an office, and you're filling out forms, writing invoices, breaking out your laptop and typing up documents to facilitate your business, which makes a ton of sense. The reason I was on the fence is I'm not one of those people, what they call a knowledge worker, do this YouTube stuff, do some writing, essentially don't do any kind of trade stuff professionally, and my vehicle generally is not my office. So I was like, interesting feature, kind of cool, but seems a little gimmicky. And as I mentioned in my review of the F-150, when you start ticking a lot of boxes on these vehicles, the price does get up there pretty quickly. And yes, it's not a ton of dough compared to the overall cost of the vehicle, but again, if you want to not get totally ridiculous, you might be tempted not to check some of the boxes. So I'm frankly very glad I did check the box. And the reason why is scenarios exactly like what I'm doing now. So I'm at my daughter's dance school in the parking lot, dropped her off a few minutes ago. With the COVID stuff, there's nowhere really for somebody to sit inside, coupled with the fact that, even if I could go and sit inside in there, trying to do a conference call or trying to get some work done while dance students are coming in and out, which in this case is generally a lot of younger, giggling girls, makes for a less than effective experience. Similar with a lot of my kids' other activities. Two of them do Taekwondo. Trying to execute a conference call or get anything productive while kids are kind of shouting in Korean is a bit of an exercise in frustration. So the ability to actually sit out in my car and get something productive done is pretty cool, and the work table is surprisingly effective. So in the past, I had a smaller vehicle, I'd wheel the seat all the way back and kind of work on my lap. With the work table, I can flip it out. You can type fairly effectively. I have written a full 800 wordish article on the work table. That's where things start to get a little excessive, since you are kind of rotating your body a little bit to access whatever device you have on the work table. But beyond that, for conference calls and stuff, you can sit your laptop or your iPad down on the work table. You've got USB and USB-C power outlets inches away from the thing. You've got an AC outlet in the way my vehicle is configured. And again, somewhat unique to the hybrid, which is what I have, which Ford calls the Power Boost, you can actually have the vehicle on and providing climate control, either heating or cooling as the case may be. And the engine will only turn on briefly to kind of charge up the battery. So you can keep yourself cool or keep yourself warm without the engine constantly running, which in most ways is pretty nice. There's also a hotspot in the vehicle that I did use briefly during the free trial. Now I mostly use the hotspot feature on my phone, and there's the wireless charging pad in the vehicle. So essentially you got all your devices there. You've got power for all of them. You've got a nice, comfortable, quiet, heated or cooled space to get work done. And if you're, somebody that maybe is not a tradesperson, where your truck legitimately really is your office, but you're somebody that's got to do conference calls, you're somebody that, shuttling kids around and has some downtime between shuttling and, wants to get a little bit of stuff done, I would highly, highly recommend that work service option. It's definitely proven to be more than a gimmick for me, and it's something, if I had to trade this for another vehicle, I would definitely miss. So 2 thumbs up on the work option. Highly recommend it. If you ever find yourself in that scenario where you're going to have to get a little work done in your truck, I would check that box and not feel bad about it. So that's my thoughts on the work table. Hope all of you are well and being kind to each other, and wish you all the best, and we'll report back under more well-lit and better audio circumstances next time. It's the Big Heavy saying peace.
Ever wonder why every talking head on YouTube asks you to hit the like and subscribe button at the end of their video? You were right, because we're living in a computer simulation. And our benevolent robotic overlords get just a little bit of energy every time you hit that like. So, do me, the rest of civilization, and our benevolent robotic overlords a favor. Mash that subscribe, be kind to each other, keep living your simulated dreams.